Hello, hello, welcome. I'm Robin with Zimmy Simple Designs. If you see the little red live light, you caught me live. If you're not, you're watching the replay. Please type in hashtag replay, say hello, tell me where you're watching from. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Let's see, I'm gonna find myself so I can get myself shared into the group. Okay. And when you pop in, hello, Kathy, welcome. Hi. Let's see. How are you today? Hope you had a wonderful weekend. I can't in there. Hello, Margaret. All right. Got myself into a couple of places. Okay, I'm not seeing my comments here. All right. Hang on a minute. I might have to go out and... Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find my comments. Hello, Becky. See if I go here, see if I can see them. Hello, Craft Crazy Company. Welcome. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Now I'm starting to see them. I hope. Welcome to my segment of Crafter on the Clock. I'm Robin with Zimmy Simple Designs. Up after me is Jimmy Lou with the Messy Craft Corner. Can't remember who was up before me, but and normally we only get 45 minutes, but this week all of us presenters will get an hour today. I'm good. Sorry, I don't know your name, so if you wanna. So anyway, hi Thea, how are you, girl? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Oh, this is from Love and Faith. Love and Faith is where I got my shirt. Hello, Mary Lou. Welcome. Hello, Sharon. I'm going to give it a few minutes, let some people pop on. Kimberly. Well, hello, Kimberly. Welcome. Thank you for being here. If you're new to me, welcome. Hello, Mary. Hello, Cynthia. Thank you. I got it from Love and Faith. I am well. I hope you're doing well too, Sharon. Hello, Dawn. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Well, I missed you too, Thea. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing good, girl. So today we're going to do some candy corn. I got these two candy corn. I have my husband cut out for me. They're kind of different shaped, but you know. And I've already got them stained. Hey, Miss Karen, how are you? Hello, Stacy. Hello, 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 Gail. How are you today? So I've stained them. I got me some more folk art wax. So I stained them in that. And then I've marked them off. So I've got them, as you can see. I had to mark that one a couple times, but we're going to paint over it. It's not going to show up. So I am going to offer these as a wood kit. If you're interested, they're only $10. Just private message me. I'm doing good, Karen. They'll be $10 plus shipping if you would like a set. I'm doing good. Hope everybody else is well and you had a really nice weekend. So we're going to get started. Actually, we're going to start at the top. So I did look. It's white, orange, yellow for a candy corn. I hope I remembered that right. So all of the paint I'm going to use is chalk paint from Nicole with a Frayed Knot. And I'm going to use Angel for the white. And then we're going to use Pumpkin Spice for the orange. And we're going to use Gold Nugget for our yellow. So, and then I'm going to probably sand them and distress them. So we're going to get going. We saw family on Friday. So we had a nice time. They were here from out of state. And it was good to see them. Thank you, Thea. That was awful sweet of you. Thank you for those stars. Hope you guys all had a nice weekend. It's clouding up here. It's cooled way down compared to what it was last week. It's not even 70 here today. Hello, Annette. Welcome. And I think it's going to stay in the mid 70s the rest of the week. It's not going to get real warm this week. I'm really kind of bummed about it. Of course, my husband's loving it. So we're going to get started. And I'll probably need my glasses so I can see these lines. So, hello, Jane. If you're new, welcome. Thank you for popping in and saying hello, spending some time with me. I always appreciate it. But I like vintage. I like distressed. So, yeah. It's 100 there. Where are you at, Kimberly? I know there are parts, I guess if I lived where it was still 100 degrees, I would be happy that it was only, but here in Iowa, I love summertime. Oh, thank you. Thea, you're just too kind. You are just too sweet. Thank you again. Southern California. Yeah, see, we're originally, of course, the family that came to visit is from Arizona, but the part of Arizona where I live is cooler. I lived in the mountains of Arizona, so I've always kind of lived where we got snow and cold and yeah, but I do like my summertime. I don't like the cold. But I guess if it was still 100 degrees, I would be ready for a little bit cooler temperatures. I would be ready for fall too. Hey, Christine, how are you? How are you today? All right, so we're gonna get this painted up, and then we'll paint this one. And these aren't probably exactly even. I just kind of guessed at how, the spacing on them. I'm not perfect, I'm sure. But I'm not going to be really picky about it. So, just as long as we get the 3 colors, that's all I care about. So everybody have a nice weekend? Doing good? Well, good. Good. But it was nice to see family, spend some time with them. My father-in-law is 90 years old today. We kind of had a impromptu birthday party for him. Not really, but it kind of turned into a birthday party, I guess you could say. We just went down. My father-in-law and niece and the other family is about 3 hours from us, and we went down there to see them, and she planned a dinner. Well, that's nice, Ruth. It's 93, but 99 in South Carolina. Oh my gosh, Lacey. I'm sure it does, especially with that humidity. But she just had planned since we were coming, she was just going to plan to do like a dinner, like a barbecue to feed everybody. And then it wound up turning into like a birthday party. But yeah, which was fine. And then my sister-in-law, it's my husband's sister, and one of her daughters and her granddaughter came for a visit. And one of the things they did then Saturday is they went on a steamboat ride. They took my father-in-law on a steamboat ride. He really wanted to go. And so they did that on Saturday. 66 there. Last I looked at my thing, it was only 69 here in Iowa. And I think it's only going to be, like I said, the mid-70s the rest of the week. And I already got that. That's okay. We'll get it figured out. I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to worry about getting these too perfect. Hello, Luann. 69 in Minnesota. Yeah. So white, orange, yellow. Whereabouts in Minnesota are you? Because where I live in Iowa, I'm only about 3 hours from the Minnesota border. I'm looking for a little X-Acto knife, the top of my paint. Hello is all plugged. I want to get that all cleaned up. Near Elk River. Oh. Hello, Susan. How are you? I'm going to see if I can clean that top of this. You would think I hadn't used this in a while, and I just used it the other day. But, oops. A lot of people who live here go up to Minnesota for the Mayo Clinic, the Mayo Hospital up there. In fact, we have some friends. He's been having to go up there to the Mayo Hospital because that's the closest Mayo Hospital is there in Minnesota, in Rochester. I've never been there to Minnesota. Well, not there. Love the acorns. They're candy corns, Susan. Rain headed your way. Yeah, it is. It's a wonderful hospital. Like I said, I've never had to use it. Praise, yes, knock on wood. I'm so grateful for that. But yes, I've heard nothing but good about that hospital up there. Now my son and his wife went up there this summer. They made a quick trip up there and went up to the Mall of America. Because, you know, it's pretty close. But I've never even done that. He said it was different. Well, his words were, well, it's a mall. You know, a man. It's a mall. But he did say, because they didn't know what to expect. Hi, Diane. How are you? They had never been there before, so they didn't know what to expect. And they didn't plan for some of the things. They saw some things that, had they known, they would have saved a little more money and done. But of course, when you've never been to the Mall of America, you don't know what to expect. So he said that he would consider going back up there and doing some of the things that he saw that they weren't unable to do when they went the first time. But other than that, it was a mall. To him, you know. But like I said, I've not been. I know that there's a lot to it. There's more there than just the mall itself. Inside the mall to do. If that makes sense. I guess. Like I said, I've not been. That, and they say the other thing to do is to go to the Omaha Zoo, which I've never been. We tried to plan a trip one time to go, and then it didn't work out for us to make it. But maybe one day I'll get over there to the Omaha Zoo. Hi, Deborah. How are you? I'm not worried about this spot where I kind of missed. I guess I should take a little bit of white paint and fill that in. But I'm gonna sand these and get them a little distressed. So, like I said, I'm not getting them too perfect. I'm not. I've got stuff in my paint. I've got stuff in my paint. Like dried paint fell down in there. How you been, Deborah? But, anyway. But there's lots of things you can do here. I mean, we've not. Oh, from acorns to candy. That's okay. It's all right. I know how that spell check works. I don't want to pour much paint out because I don't know. Hi, Yvonne. How are you? How are you today? I hope I got myself shared in the group. I didn't even go over and check. I guess I should have. I did it the way they told me to. I used a second device and I shared from my business page. I guess I should go check that. I'm in the group. Okay, thank you for letting me know, Vaughn. I wasn't even thinking. You get so used to other people doing it, I didn't even think to check. Stay in close to home. I know that there's areas that are going to get. Oh, good. Okay, thank you, Darla. Thanks for letting me know, guys. Like I said, I wasn't even thinking. I was having issues seeing comments, and I think hey, Colleen, how are you? Was trying to get that figured out and didn't even. I got one little spot right here. I am going to fix this spot. on my candy corn. How you been? On this side. Like I said, I am going to distress these, but I do have a pretty big hole. Thank you for sprinkling, Darla. I'm drying these in between because I don't want the paint colors to mix. My, I just wound up with a bunch of, I'm doing good. Spindles, handles, other finials. Our neighbor man bought a bandsaw at an auction, and the gentleman was some kind of a woodworker. He made like wood pens and rings and clocks and all kinds of things like that. And when they went back, my husband had to go with him to pick up the bandsaw. And when they went back, there were two, like, well, they reminded me, hey, Griselda, hello, Liz, of, like, card catalogs. And there were two units that were like this. They looked like these big card catalog. And he had all of these things inside of it. And it was left from the auction. Somebody else was supposed to buy it. They didn't follow through with purchasing it. And so my neighbor man, he went ahead and bought it. Well, it was still loaded with stuff. And he let me go through it and take out of it what I wanted. So I got a whole bunch of fun goodies. Spindles and finials and some drawer pulls and just all kinds of. In fact, he got upset with me because he said I didn't take enough. Here I was trying to be nice, not take it all, and he's like, "You need to take more." And I guess he's been trying to get my husband to take one of the cabinets, and if I had a place to put it, I would love to have it because it would be perfect to store things in. This is Gold Nugget. It's chalk paint from Nicole with a Frayed Knot. Yes, it is. He is the kindest man. He is such a sweetheart. Yeah. But he knows I do a lot of crafting, and so he kind of let me go through it and pick what I wanted out of it, and I took as much as I thought I could use, you know. I've got a supply of things that's going to last me a while, that's for sure. I could actually show you one of the little items I got, and I got 2 bags full. I got these, I guess they're like a spindle. I got tons of those, plus other kinds of spindles. And yeah. And he told my husband that even my son, my middle son carves, and there were some things in there that he may use. I got stuff in my paint here. I mean, it could have just been, hello, Lacey. How are you? Yeah, he's like the sweetheart. He's a sweetheart. Him and his wife both are very, we got lucky when we moved in here. We got some wonderful neighbors. And it's been good for my husband. My husband has made a wonderful friend. They go to auctions together, and yeah. So it's been it's been great having them as neighbors. They kind of help each other out. So it's, yeah. He's a sweet, like I said, he's a sweetheart. Oops. Oh, well. We're going to sand that and distress it so it's not going to show. Like I said, these are far from being perfect, but. All right. So now I got them all painted. And we'll get them dry, and then I'm going to sand them. I don't like wasting my paint. Sorry, guys. Okay. So other than that, heard from my grandson. This morning, bright and early. He usually calls. He got him some bibs like his papa. Hello, Shauna. Hi, Brenda. Yes, they are, and you are right, Dana. To have good neighbors anymore is a blessing. Because you just never know anymore. You just never know anymore. Okay. And these aren't quite, you know, like the bright, but I like these colors. I think these are pretty for fall. Okay, so we're gonna sand them. I got my gator sander. I was gonna chippy them and I decided not to. But we're gonna get them distressed. Okay. But other than that, not a whole lot going on. Yeah, she does. And I believe that actually these colors are in a fall kit of hers that she just came out with. And I'm also I am an affiliate for Nicole. So if you guys, the link, if you just hit the little link down there at the bottom, her link is in there for, I believe it is for the paint. But she has some wonderful chalk paint. Downside of without sanding, you leave a trail of dust everywhere, but that's what I want right there, that distressing right there. I love that. Love it. No, not really. Thea, it's the same, but I just get a little bit of a commission. But I don't know if you know about her, you know, the code. She does have a code for her paints. If you order 3 bottles, you can use code bundle 3 and 5. You can, hi Casey, code, it's bundle 5 and bundle 10. And you do get a discount if you use that. And it's Bundle and the number 3, no space, all capital. I didn't know if you knew about that. And you do get a little discount if you do it that way. How's Casey today? Okay. I think I want a little bit more up in here. Get a little more off. You did, yeah. So if you know you're going to order more than one color, sure, I'll send you a message with all that. Yeah, she does, Dana. She does have monthly wood bundle paint bundles now too, and I think you get a little bit of a break if you do it that way too. But yes, I will message you those, and I can get the link too if you want. I'm gonna clean my mess up here best I can. Okay, so there's our candy corn. How's crafting with me around H-Town today? You want a set of the candy corns, Thea? Okay. All right. Okay. So now we've got those painted. And I'm going to get my wax. I know, I was going to say something and I forgot. Oh, I'm going to open this. Is anybody watching anything good on TV? I've been looking for my husband. Hello, Linda. Elizabeth, how are you today? Okay, so I'm going to use my Bare Dark Wax, and we're going to give these some distressing. I'm going to go around the edge, and then I'm going to go between, thank you, Karen, the colors, and kind of break that up, give them some. And this step you would not have to do. This is just what I like. Like I said, I like, you know, all of this kind of. And you could do these in real bright colors. You know, you could do them really whimsical with dots. You could do them with fabric, scrapbook paper. There are so many ways you could do these up. This was just the way I chose to do them today. I got a loose bristle brush. Oh, but I was saying, my husband started watching, since he's now retired, when he's not busy cutting or anything, he's got me watching The Closer and Major Crimes. I'm like, you got me hooked on those now. I never watched them when they were on TV, you know. Now I'm watching the reruns. You guys ever do that? Yep, you could crackle them. Yep, you could. I usually don't do much crackle because I'm not very good at it. I kind of stay away from crackle. Me and crackle, for some reason, don't get along. But yes, for those that are good with the crackle, yes, you sure could. Okay, I'm going to go, and I'm going to take my brush along the side, right like this, or lean it on the side. And we're going to go between these colors and get some wax on here. Somebody did a set and they put paint inlay. Hey Denise, how are you? They used they painted them. I think it might have been Sarah with Booksy and Buttons. Did a set of candy corn and she painted them, and then she took and did a paint inlay over the top. And I almost thought about doing that, but I didn't have any polyacrylic, because she did it with a polyacrylic or a varnish, and I didn't have any. So I opted not to, because I thought that was really cool when she got them done. So these can be done in so many ways. Hi, Shelly. See how I got that in there? I don't know if you guys can see that. I might go a little darker here and here. Get a little more on there. And then I went down the sides. My husband came in. I don't know what he came in for. How you been, Shelly? You taking a break from work? You and Denise must be on a break. Because don't you work during the day, Shelly? Or I thought you did. Okay. And then I got some fabric. And we're going to put a bow. I'm not sure. I'm going to glue them together, but I'm not sure yet how. Hi, Janie. How are you? Thank you for popping in. Okay. That made me laugh. I was watching our mentor. You're on lunch. Oh, so you're listening while you're working. I was gonna say, I thought you worked. Taking a lunch break. My daughter works from home, so a lot of times in the mornings when my grandson calls, we get to chat with her in the morning. But of course, if the phone rings, she's got to hang up. She likes that she can be home with her son, and you know, she works from home. She loves it. Hey, Melissa. She likes having that, being able to do that. She wasn't sure at first if she would like it, or she was going to be able to handle it, you know, with having a 3-year-old. But she said it actually works out really well. He's, you know, pretty much by himself. He's pretty well behaved, so. And most, you know, he takes a really good nap. Hi, Natalie. Hey, Michelle. So she usually gets a really good nap out of him, and so. She likes, actually, that she has that ability to be home and not have to worry about childcare and all that, so. Thank you for sprinkling, Michelle. Okay. We're going to get some a little bit more in here. But I might do another set of these and get me some polyacrylic and try, because I have a couple of paint inlays, and I think that would be so cute on there. Oh, that's nice. Hello, artist. Hi, Teresa. Welcome. I don't even think my daughter so far has never had to go in, but they have, I know they've had a couple of Zoom calls, and she didn't even have to go in for training, because usually they send you away for training for the position that she has, but she worked for this same company here in Iowa, and so she'd already done the job, so she wound up not having to even go to training. Thank you, Natalie. My little candy corn set. So that's what they're looking like. Hello, Barbara. Oh, a Zimmerman, huh? That's my last name. Yeah, that would be cute. Hi, Deborah. That would be cute, Thea. Okay. So I'm not sure yet. I know I'm going to glue them together because I want them to set. I may put them in I have a dough bowl, and I'm thinking I might put them in there. So I think I'm going to glue them like this. Hello, Sissy. Hello, Cynthia. Yeah, I think I'm going to glue them together like that. So I'm going to get I'm going to use my my Tite Bond, and I'll probably use some Stick Fast, because this is wood to wood, and I usually don't use hot glue for that. These are one of my wood kits. So I'm going to get an instant hold with the Stick Fast, and then a long-lasting hold with the Tite Bond. I'm going to stand this up because I want to make sure they're going to stand here and hold them a minute. Make sure it sticks. Hello, Cheryl. How are you? Haven't seen you in a while. Thanks, guys, for being here. I appreciate you all. What a blessing. Okay. So just like that, I'm going to just let these set just a minute. And I've got, like I said, I've got some, let me get my Bodabra out. I've got some fabric and some lace. And I've also got some raffia, because I think I'm going to add a little bit of raffia in here. Oh, you're fine, Sandy. You're not late. You're not late. So I got some yellow, homespun, some orange, and then I've got a couple pieces of lace. I don't know if I'm going to use both pieces of the lace, because like I said, I want to add some raffia in here. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna. I was debating on whether I wanted to have tails on it, on the bow, if I just wanted to make a bow. And hopefully this won't be too big. Trying to think. Yeah, I'm gonna do it this way. Sorry guys, I was just rethinking. Did I wanna put lace first? But I don't think I'm just gonna use, I think, one piece of lace, so. Because we're gonna add the raffia in there, and that'll help. Fill in too. Oh no, Cheryl, I'm sorry, but I will sure keep you in my prayers. When do you go get that done? When do you have your shot done? I will definitely be praying for you. Yes, we will be keeping you in our prayers. I know that people that have had them say they've gotten quite a bit of relief from them, but I've not ever had to do that, so I don't know. So I'll be, like I said, I'll be praying for you that they work for you. Okay, I'm not going to do, I like to take my raffia, and I just usually cut a couple of pieces out of here, maybe. Maybe. I like the thinner pieces, but okay, we're just going to cut this right here. Oh, did she, Shelley? Like I said, I've never had to. And I know some people get relief, some people don't, but hopefully they work for you, Cheryl. So we're gonna I'm just gonna do this like my material. We're just gonna pop it in here. Just like this. Oh, well, that's good. I think my brother-in-law had shots for his shoulder, but I don't think he had much success with it. He still wound up having surgery. I'm not really sure why they tried the shots first, and I think they even tried physical therapy. And for him, on his shoulder, it didn't work. They still wound up doing surgery on him. Hopefully I get this to stay down in here. But as far as I know, since he's had his surgery, he's not had a problem with his shoulder since, so. Okay. We're gonna get this together. Oh my goodness. Well, like I said, I'll be praying that these shots give you some relief. Yeah. Yeah, I know I believe part of it, I think he injured it on the job, and that was kind of why they went for the physical therapy and the shots first, because, you know, workman's comp didn't want to pay for surgery. But so now I'm debating. I may go ahead and put this other piece of lacing here on top. I wasn't going to, but I decided I'm gonna put it in. And I did coffee grunge the lace and the yellow fabric, but the orange I didn't coffee grunge. It came looking like that. So, hi Anita, how are you? Hope you're having a good day. Okay. All right. So here's our bow. Oh, well, I'm glad it worked for you. Yeah, I've only been on for about a month now, Anita, with Craft Around the Clock. Not too long. Okay, let me get this tied, and we'll get it on. And I think and then I've got a tag here. We're going to put a tag on it. So we're going to trim all this raffia up. And that raffia is just going to be kind of filler, I think, which is fine. I just wanted to add some texture in it and just something different. All right. And we're going to put it right there. But I don't know how I'm going to do that though. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to. I was thinking about wrapping a piece of raffia around all of it and then putting the bow. Well, thank you, thank you, Sandy. I do too. I think candy corn are fun to work with. Kind of like pumpkins, you know? Pumpkins are always fun too. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to leave it just like this. And we're going to add a tag. I got a tag here. And we're going to get it distressed. I should have put burlap. Oh. Yeah, that's a thought. I can't get to my burlap though. It's upstairs. I'm just roughing the edge of my tag, distressing it up with my scissors. And I'm just gonna stamp candy corn, nothing special, but I'm gonna put this little, oh, thank you, Natalie. I think a lot of times I think they look like a hot mess, but okay, come on, go in there. There we go. But sometimes that's okay if they look like a hot mess. Oops. I got my husband outside cutting for me. So that means I'll be busy tomorrow. So I guess I shouldn't laugh, because if he's busy today, then I'm busy tomorrow. Because he don't like the sanding part of it. He only likes the cutting part of it. And these stamps I got from Hobby Lobby. I've had them a while. But any stamps would work. And this should fit on here. And I've got this going all over the place. All over. It's really jumbled up. Oh my gosh. Talk about a hot mess. It's everywhere. Hi, Pauline. So I'm going to crinkle it up. We're going to add a little wax to it. We're going to get it on here. And we'll get the bow on. And that's my project, guys. Like I said, everybody this week in Craft Around the Clock does get an hour. But next week it goes back to 45 minutes. So get that back in there. That's how I designed it, yeah. I wanted a hot mess, right? Right? It's that time of the year. The sun comes in the window upstairs onto my desk down here, and yeah. Get this everywhere. Get that distressed all up. And we're going to get this glued on. It's right there. Hi, Gwen. I'm doing good. You're back early. Hope you had a nice trip. And I'm going to find a button, but for now, I'll just get the tag on so you guys can see the tag, because I'm not sure I can find a button in time, but we'll get this on. And I'll hold it up so you guys can see at least this much of it. So guys, stick around and craft around the clock and see Miss Jimmy Lou with the Messy Crafting Corner. She's up next, or the Messy Craft Corner. Miss Jimmy Lou, she's up after me. So that's what we have, guys. So that's my project. Ooh, sounds like fun. But I think they turned out pretty cute. So anyway, my time is up. Thank you all again for being here. I appreciate you all. Thank you. And you guys have a wonderful, blessed, thank you, Sharon, rest of your day. I'll see you maybe in the comments. Bye, guys. Thank you. Thank you.